What's happening, everyone? Davey, Deathray here, and this is a really fun live that we've got here for you today. You guys have heard me mention this fan film, Gotham Noir, probably a few times on the lives if you've been hanging out for a while, and I'm so excited to say that the Kickstarter officially launched earlier today. We are officially raising money for this bad boy. Just wanted to say what's up to everyone in the chat here really quick. Gosh, I saw, Ryan Swayze and Brother Fluff were in here for the original plan time, which was 5:30 Eastern, and just had to push stuff back. So really appreciate you guys coming on back in. We got a little what's up, Davey from Ryan. What's happening, man? And then howdy from ice cold Tampa. Yeah, it's blazing out here in the Phoenix area too. It's probably about, between 105 and 110 out here. So a pretty rough one. And then we got Ryan Olashow in the chat. What's happening, Ryan? Great to see you. And Gene Whitacombe. Love seeing you in here, Gene. Really appreciate you coming out. And look at that. We got the Lux Media folks out there in the chat as well. I'm guessing that's Daniello. Great to see you down there, Daniello. Awesome to see you. We've got Tyler Adams, another team member on this awesome production. Tyler does visual effects. He worked on the Lux Media's previous fan film, Uncharted: The Oxus Redemption. And we're really stoked to have him back for Gotham Noir. Hell yeah. And we've got Big Rod hanging out. What's happening, Big Rod? Great to see you, my guy. Let me get this fun little banner going here. Boom, look at that. Just like magic. This is just reminding you who's involved with the production, Lux Media and Womp Stomp Films. You guys know them all. And yeah, just wanted to also remind you, if you want to check out the Kickstarter for yourself while we go on with the stream, there is a link in the description below. You can also follow the social medias for the film as well. Let's get that Instagram pumping for Gotham Noir so you guys can keep up to date with every single update that we've got coming your way. So yeah, guys, I guess a good way to start this stream off. What's happening, my Chunky Jordy? My Chunky Jordy. That's I know I mentioned this like the first time, but my Chunky Jordy, the name cracks me up. It just reminds me of a 311 song called My Stony Baby. So when I sing My Chunky Jordy, I'm singing it to the same exact tune. You'll find that I do that quite a bit. I do a similar thing with the Late Night with the Davey. I do the Running with the Devil. And thank you for reminding everybody there, Gina. Yeah, everybody hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, the only other thing I've got to tell you is make sure you check out the Kickstarter for Gotham Noir. What's happening, Gavin? Great to see you in the chat, my guy. First off, I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about the background. Just, you're probably wondering, like, why is this random YouTuber guy, touting this film and trying to raise money for it and all that kind of fun stuff. So I got to know Daniello and Sarah and, Chris Stanley from the Uncharted film that they put together, the Oxus Redemption. That fan film came out. It was late 2023. We started talking because I had done a review with Cecil over at the Cecil and Robert over at the Horror Show channel. If you guys haven't checked out their channel, what are you doing here? You gotta subscribe to the Horror Show channel. So yeah, watched the movie a couple times, reviewed it with those guys. I've watched it a few times since, honestly. We actually watched it here on the channel, and I've seen it a couple other times, in between then and my first time. And reached out to Daniello and Sarah because I knew that one thing I wanted to do here on the channel was interview creative types, interview people that have channels, people that make movies, people that write books, people that, are visual artists, all that kind of fun stuff. Little did I know that was pretty much like the preamble into going into Late Night with the Davey. So if you, dig back a little bit on the catalog here at the channel, you'll find that interview with those guys. It was really fun getting to talk to them about the process, about how long they've been doing everything they've been doing, all that kind of fun stuff, and talk about the film itself. So, from that interview, I had known that they were working on this Gotham Noir project because they were sort of teasing it in December of 2023, because it is a film that will be set around Christmas time. So, they were teasing some pictures then. We kind of talked about it a little bit in the interview, just, little hints here and there. And, when we were offline after the interview, it was sort of like, well, hey, if you guys ever need any help with the film, just let me know. Feel free to reach out. And I didn't really expect it to turn into much, but just sort of kept in touch with those guys as the process went on. I hooked them up with my brother Matt, who does 3D matte painting in Hollywood. He's been working in the industry for a couple decades now. So he actually worked on Never Hike Alone too. I got him hooked up with Vin over at Womp Stomp for that film. And that's just one of those things that it's a really fun thing to be able to do. If you don't have something that you can directly offer people that are, making a film or something, or maybe you don't know if you have something that you can offer, is just putting them in touch with people that, can join the team and help out. So that's kind of how everything started. And then, Chris had mentioned something about really liking my voice, all that fun kind of stuff. Kind of odd to talk about it, but it's one of those things that when you're out there on YouTube, every now and then people will be like, hey, I really like your voice. So I just sort of said in passing, like, hey, if you guys, or I think Daniela was like, you should do the trailer for the movie. And I was like, that's great. Like, I can totally do a trailer voice. I can also do like other kind of voices. So, if there's some sort of like radio announcer or some sort of role that can kind of, maybe be a part of the crowdfunding campaign, to sort of tease the story, or even something that's in the movie that kind of prods the story along to keep the audience, up to beat with everything. So just kind of said that in passing, didn't think too much about it. And then as we just like talked more and more and more, we came to realize that, we had a lot in common. It was fun getting to know each other. They wanted me to, lend my voice to the film. And, from there, I was just sort of like, all right, well, what are you guys going to do for crowdfunding? Just kind of picking Daniello's brain about that. So we hopped on some calls and we started talking about, what you should do for crowdfunding when you're raising a movie. And essentially, I just put together some notes of what I had learned from watching, Dave McRae do all those live stream crowdfunding, just the live streams that he did for It's Me Billy Chapter 2, because he sort of went on a marathon with those and was able to raise a whole bunch of money. So, taking a look at not only the approach of how to get everything out there, but also like the kinds of perks, that seem to be popular with folks. So taking a look at the Dylan's New Nightmare campaign, at the Never Hike Alone campaign, and just trying to see like, what we could do as far as crowdfunding goes. So, and then from there, I was just like, man, do you guys know Vin from Womp Stomp? And Daniela was like, I know what he's done. I just don't know him. And I was like, okay, well, that guy's the man. Vin knows his shit. And not only that, I mean, not only is Vin a great producer, director, really great storyteller and writer, but he's been, through everything with the crowdfunding side of it. So he's, could be a huge asset to the production. So I was like, well, let me get you guys in touch. Let me be that glue that can kind of like stick you guys together. I figured maybe, a couple meetings with Vin, something like that, just, helping out with getting the project off, up and running, so to speak. So, but little did I know that after, a couple chats with Vin, it was like, hey, it sounds like Womp Stomp wants to be a part of this thing we're doing, which is incredible because, I mean, you guys know everything that they've been able to accomplish with their fan films, and the level of production value they've been able to reach there is so impressive. Not only that, but just, how they're able to, take care of everyone on the crew and raise enough money to just have it be like a real, to have it, have the feel of a real studio film. So, so at that point, it was sort of like, all right, well, what else can I do for you guys? Like, can I do this? Can I do that? So I got involved on, like the producer level, and was brought on officially, maybe about a month and a half ago, something like that. So I'm really, humbled and excited to be on the team here. I've, daydreamed about making movies since I was a little kid. I was probably about 6 years old, 5 or 6. playing the very first Castlevania game on the Nintendo Entertainment System, and then following it up with Simon's Quest, of course. And I've wanted to make a movie ever since I was a little kid. I wanted to make a Castlevania movie, and I would like draw up all my fun little stuff. And then, when I was about 7 years old, that summer, Batman came out, Tim Burton's first Batman film. And that was the movie that made me, as a kid, I was like, oh, I want to be an actor. Like Jack Nicholson as the Joker was just something that made me fall in love with the magic of movies. And, when that film came out on VHS, I probably watched it every day after school for a few months, wore the tape down, I'm sure. And, it just had a really profound effect on me. I actually wrote a letter to Jack Nicholson at that age. I never heard back, but, whatever, nothing personal. I'm just some little kid from Alaska writing him a letter. And what's really funny actually is I found, like, Kate and I, when we were moving, we found like my old journal from like, this must have been like second grade or something like that, where I was always writing about Batman and always writing about Jack Nicholson as the Joker. And even like as a kid, my dad was like, oh, well, if you like Jack Nicholson, you should rent some of his old movies. So I rented this movie called Ironweed that must have been from like the late 70s or early 80s. I mean, a really boring movie for a kid to watch. I haven't revisited it since then. I would imagine that I would probably like it more as an adult, but how sweet of my dad to be like, just check out more Jack Nicholson stuff if you like this guy's performances. So yeah, guys, in this really strange, like kind of full circle moment here, having wanted to work on movies for, most of my life, it's pretty incredible that, the first production that I'll be a part of in any like, official capacity other than just being a financial supporter, because I am an associate producer on It's Me, Billy Chapter 2. But that was a perk that I purchased. Whereas this feels more like, I'm actually part of the team on not on the ground level quite yet, but, still working with the directors and working with everyone closely to make sure that this thing goes as well as it possibly can. So I'm so pumped. Thank you so much to Daniello and Sarah and Chris for welcoming me in with open arms. It's been really fun so far. I know there's going to be challenges. There have been challenges. That's just how it goes whenever you're trying to create something. And so, it's not so much about having everything go perfectly smooth. It's more like, just like if you're creating an album, or in this case, making a movie, like you just have to roll with the punches and, do everything that you can to make the most out of the time that you have to create that project. So yeah, guys, I'm really pumped. We'll get into the Kickstarter site and start talking about the perks and all that fun kind of stuff. Just wanted to say what's up to a few people that I missed in the chat here, because I've been blah blahing. I had to get my soliloquy out of the way. So my apologies, guys. What's up, Jamie? How are you doing? Great to see you in here. You guys are saying hi to each other. That's amazing. Gina says, I named my channel after my old Jack Russell Jord. He was the biggest I'd ever seen and was chunky. Yeah. Yeah, I think I remember you saying that in one of the comments on one of my other videos. Yeah, you're chunky Jordy. That's too damn sweet. We have a cat, Loomis, and all of our cats are in really great shape. They eat a raw food diet. But you know how cats sometimes like sit a certain way where it sort of looks like they're frumpy? So sometimes with my girl Loomis, I'll call her chunk butt because every now and then she just looks a little chunky. Gavin says, let's get Davey in every radio DJ role for the rest of eternity. Yeah, let's get me. How about just being a radio DJ? That would be awesome, right? I could that could be my day job or my night job, and then I could do YouTube in my free time. That would be amazing. Yeah. Ryan saying what's up to Fluff there from before. Jamie says you do have a very smooth announcer / radio type voice, and I'm not even doing it too much. What's happening, Jamie? Yeah, thank you so much for that, Jamie. Jody is my avatar, or Jordy is my avatar. He was only 10 weeks in the photo. Chunky monkey. And yes, Tyler, we're making a movie, y'all. Hell yeah. Gavin, I still need to see Chinatown. It's like I know the whole story of the movie without ever having seen it. It's one of those classics. I feel terrible. like I said the other day, or was it Sunday? Yeah, there's so many movies I've missed out on, even movies with actors that I really enjoy. So I got to get up off my ass and watch Chinatown, damn it. What's happening? Robert the Wolfman. Oh, oh. Robert, if you missed it, you can scrub back. You did get a mention on the live stream, so there you go. So yeah, guys, real quick, I want to show you. Let's hop on over here. Just wanted to show off a couple things here. Look at this gorgeous square logo there for Gotham Noir. You got the cityscape down there, and of course, the snow falling, the wilderness in the background. Just wanted to show that off to you guys. I know I had shown some of this stuff on the live stream the other day, but just for you folks that had missed it, just wanted to make sure you didn't miss anything else. Please go over to the Instagram, Gotham Noir Movie, and give the Insta a follow. The movie is also on TikTok as well. And yeah, let me get that off of there. Get that out of there. But yeah, you can see some stills of the cast. You can also see a couple videos of everybody kind of going through the joyous occasion of the first read of the script, which is really fun. I can't wait to talk a tiny bit about that. Obviously, I mean, we can't give anything away here, but I can kind of give you the bullet points, the things that we want to make sure stick, so you guys feel like not only can you be invested as far as giving your support monetarily by purchasing a perk, but also feel like you're getting a little piece of it now. And we do plan on dropping some little breadcrumbs as we go throughout the campaign here, throughout the crowdfunding campaign. And then of course these gorgeous pictures that I had shown off to you guys on Sunday. We've got a bulk of the cast right there. Just look at how dapper everyone looks. It's going to be a really fun look to set this in. I think of it as like 1920s because I think of it as like before the Great Depression, but I think maybe the fashion, it's going to be a little bit of a fantastical blend probably of like the 20s and the 30s. So, I'm sure that, Bruce slash Batman's going to maybe have some tech that at that time would have been state of the art or even maybe ahead of state of the art, but it's not going to be like all the gadgets and fun kind of stuff, or not fun kind of stuff, but like super technologically advanced kind of toys that we're used to seeing Batman have at his disposal. And then, yeah, just wanted to show you guys another shot there of the cast so you can see who is playing who. Really looking forward to seeing everybody here. Seeing some faces return from Uncharted, the Oxus Redemption. If you guys are familiar with that film, you know exactly what I'm talking about here. But man, having Chris Stanley jump in there as Bruce Wayne and Batman. I mean, Chris has put together some of the most impressive cosplays really that we've ever seen. That's how, a few years ago, that's actually how I, basically found out who Chris was, is I just saw people posting, about his cosplays, started following his cosplay profile there on Insta. And then, I don't even know if I knew really about his YouTube presence until, maybe a couple years ago, a year or two after finding him on Instagram. So, not only is Chris a really talented cosplayer, really great at what he does as far as, working on props and working on costumes, but the guy's got chops. Like the kid can act. He does a hell of an American accent. I can't wait to, work with him and work with Sarah, who's playing Selena Kyle here. Just whatever I can do as far as assisting them with that American accent, just to really make sure that everything is tight and feeling right and sounding great for the audience. So that's going to be one of the roles that I'll play here as the film moves on. And yeah, just wanted to give you guys a brief look there at the cast before we jumped over to the Kickstarter here. Brother Fluff says my voice is deep south with a splash of Boston. Interesting. I'm trying to imagine how that would sound. Deep south with a splash of Boston. Interesting. I'll have to have a chat with you sometime, Brother Fluff, so I can hear that. Yeah, the logo is great, Jamie. And yeah, the idea of like a good old fashioned kind of, detective film with Batman. I feel like with The Batman, with Robert Pattinson, the Batman, they did a really good job of finally getting to see, Bruce and Batman be that detective that we know from the comics and that we also, really got to know in the animated series. So it's awesome that they brought that element into that film. Really haven't seen it in any of the other films other than like a splash here or there, just nothing too much in the other films. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that element brought to life here. And also there is going to be a horror element. It's going to be somewhat of a violent film here. Again, I can't get into too much of it, but with Womp Stomp being involved, that there's gonna be some blood, there's gonna be some violence. So this is gonna be a Batman story that I don't think the studios really have the guts to try to do something like this, or at least they don't have the guts at this point in time. So I'm really looking forward to being able to give Batman fans something that they've seen a little bit of in the comics, but to be able to bring that to live action, to bring that to the moving picture, that'll be so awesome. I sound so old timey when I say moving picture, but the moving picture Batman. But yeah, it'll be really cool to bring that element to life here, and also appeal to all the horror fans out there. And I think there's a big blend out there because Batman is one of the biggest comic book characters of all time. I mean, you can't argue it, right? So yeah, really looking forward to showing you guys what we got here. Let's go ahead and hop on over to the Kickstarter after saying what's up to a few more people. How you doing, Cheesy Corn Pop? Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Really appreciate you stopping on by. And yeah, I hope you guys are all, pumped as we are to get this thing going. And really the support that we get early on is critical. I mean, of course, having consistent support throughout the entire campaign is very important, but we really want to start this thing off with a bang. You guys know as well as I do that all of these crowdfunding campaigns have their peaks and valleys. They've got their slow points and their points that are raising more money. So we really want to come out of the gate strong with this one. It's been going great so far, and I can't wait to see that number just click on up as we go through the stream here. Ryan wants to know if I still live in Alaska. I do not. I live in the Phoenix area. Made a little stop in Portland, Oregon for about 10 or 11 years or so before making the move out here to the desert. But Ryan, I grew up in Juneau, Alaska, about 23 years there in Alaska, and loved it to death. There's a lot I really miss about Juneau, but everything that you can do when you live closer to a metropolitan area, as far as like going to concerts, going to sport games, good, just attending things where a 30,000 person town in Alaska just ain't gonna have it. So better food. It's more affordable to live pretty much anywhere else. Maybe California is a little more expensive than Alaska, but man, Alaska ain't cheap. And then Eli says, "What's up? Great to see you, Eli. Really appreciate you dropping on by, man." So yeah, guys, let's go over to, let me, real quick here. I'm going to do this though. Oh, what happened? There we go. I'm going to get that out of there. And we are going to bring the Kickstarter page on over here. So yeah, guys, I think what I'll do here is I'm going to mute myself. I want to play you the video from the Kickstarter that's got Daniello, Sarah, and Chris just kind of making their pitch. I feel like, no better way than to have you guys listen to the creators themselves. So let's hop on over there and listen to what these fine folks have got to say.
Hey guys, I'm Sarah Leica.
I'm Chris Stanley.
And I'm Daniela Barcelli.
So last year in 2023, myself, Daniela, and Sarah made a little fan film called Uncharted: The Oxus Redemption.
It was filmed across 13 days with a crew of about 15 people.
And we made Uncharted with a budget of roughly $7,000 that we raised entirely through Kickstarter.
Now, the reception for Uncharted: The Oxus Redemption was nothing short of amazing and, quite frankly, very overwhelming in the best way possible. So much so, we actually had PlayStation getting their eyes on it, and at one point giving it a 10 out of 10, which just means the absolute world. Now, this was a massive feat. We had a crew of about 15, and we shot the film in a couple of weeks, and what we achieved was nothing short of greatness, and we also cut our teeth on the world of filmmaking.
And then this year we decided to make another fan film delving into the world of Batman.
So with that, we want to announce Gotham Noir. This is our brand new project. This is set in the early 1900s during a string of murders the Batman has to solve, along with some familiar faces.
Once again, we have employed the talented Chris Stanley, who this time will be playing Bruce Wayne / Batman. We are proud to announce there will also be a Catwoman, Alfred, and some familiar faces from the Rogues Gallery appearing in our film. This is also going to be a much longer film than the last, with the estimated runtime of about 1 hour 47.
This year we're actually doubling the team that we had from Uncharted. Again, working with some amazing people that we worked with last year in 2023 and new people that have joined the team.
Not just in Australia, but all over the world. Now, what we want to do different with Gotham Noir is inject a bit of horror into the world of Batman.
Seeing as Batman has always had characters that are quite horrific in what they do, we felt that it was only fitting for the entire tone of it to be that reminiscent of Batman Returns, very Tim Burton, but this time heightened level of horror, action, drama, and suspense.
And that's where you guys come into play.
We're so excited to launch the Kickstarter for Gotham Noir. Our goal's around $100,000.
Obviously, we're going bigger and bolder. We're very heavy on specialty costumes this time around, as opposed to Uncharted, where it's pretty much just civilian clothing, which is pretty easy. But this time around, we have to wrangle bat suits, cat suits, and
Plus also the costumes for the other people that is obviously period accurate since it's in the 1900s. This film cannot be done without fans like you and without your support, because we are Batman fans. We are making this film for us and for Batman fans.
And when it all comes down to it, we just want to tell a damn good story, whilst adding some horror elements, which I think haven't really been done before when it comes to Batman. Now, just a bit of housekeeping. Of course, we are in no way affiliated with Warner Brothers, Time Warner, DC Comics. Again, we are just fans wanting to do this for the fans as well.
Just independent filmmakers trying to do our best.
Now, being a not-for-profit fan film, if we do end up in the green, what we do make and what we do have left over will go to various charities that you can check out down below.
This film is entirely non-for-profit and is just a pure labor of love from everyone involved. A bunch of talented artisans just working towards showing what they can do and what they can bring to the world as artists.
Once again, we can't do this without your support. Every little bit counts.
We'll see you in Gotham.
Hell yeah. All right. So yeah, guys, let's go ahead and jump into the perks here. Look at that. 5% already is what we've raised thus far with with your guys' support. And gosh, I'm guessing people from all over the place, because when I woke up this morning, we were just about an hour into the campaign and it was already looking pretty darn good. So hey, no worries, Trisha. We're kind of just getting going here. I told my meandering story about how I got involved with the film and everything. And yeah, we just, you came in at the perfect time to catch the pitch video from Sarah, Daniello, and Chris. And let's take a look at some of the perks that we have here, guys. Why the heck not? So yeah, let's go ahead. Actually, before we get to the perks, let's just sort of look over a little bit of what we got here. As far as the synopsis goes, we're looking at a feature-length fan film that features Batman facing off against a deranged serial killer stalking the streets of Gotham City. So yeah, we've got, Commissioner Gordon has been newly appointed at this time. So that'll be a really interesting dynamic, to see him stepping in as a young commissioner while all of this is going on. And of course, we've got, there's going to be that Catwoman and Batman dynamic that'll be really fun to play with here. So yeah, you guys remember that main cast picture from earlier here in the stream. And I'll just kind of let you guys sort of go through this part of the page a little bit on your own time. It sort of covers a little bit of what was talked about in that pitch video there that our trio gave us just a minute ago. So yeah, looking to raise 100,000 AUD, which is the Australian dollar. So I think it's about $66,000 US. So that kind of gives you an idea of where we're going there. And then, yeah, you can kind of see here the budget breakdown of how much is going to go towards the actual production versus post-production. Of course, you have to give a little bit of money back to Kickstarter for facilitating the crowdfunding, and then being able to, fulfill the rewards and everything. So, really what we want to do here is, you know, the hope is that this can turn into maybe even a greater story, and we can, raise the money for this film, go beyond that initial goal, and raise even more down the road. I know that the folks at Lux Media and myself would also like to be able to do original films, as well, and not only just not be limited to doing a fan kind of thing. We want the fan film to sort of build that audience, so all these talented people can put something together that's completely original down the line. So yeah, guys, you can see the stretch goals here, all that fun kind of stuff. And then let's get into the rewards. I kind of want to hop on over. This kind of gives you a general idea here, but I want to hop on over here to this tab. Let's see. There we are. I'll get Trisha's chat out of there because she's probably like, why'd you leave it up there, Davey? Fun fact, my youngest middle name is Bane. All right, there you go. Hopefully he's not the bane of your existence or anything like that. So yeah, guys, for entry level, just getting a special thanks. Here you would get an end credits thank you. There's a early access online premiere as an optional add-on. You'll notice here that the amount in dollars is Australian dollars, and then it kind of breaks it down to what it would be in US dollars, just depending on where you are in the world. And then of course we have a digital download package that comes with these 5 items. You get a digital copy of the film, a digital script, promotional images, you get the soundtrack, and you also get that thank you in the credits as well. And of course, it looks like with all of these, perks, you have the ability to add on the early access online premiere, which is great. And then moving down, you can, get the autographed poster, which comes with the autographed poster, a digital copy of the film, pretty much everything in that digital package with the autographed poster added. And of course, you could even add on, it looks like an enamel pin, autograph photo of Chris Stanley. That would be amazing. Look at how handsome he looks in that tuxedo. It's just intimidating, folks. It just is. And of course, a poster, a Blu-ray, the official t-shirt. So that's pretty cool about Kickstarter here, is you can kind of buy the perk that you want. You can also purchase some other things a la carte as you go. And then an autographed Blu-ray copy, of course, that comes with the other perks included in the digital download package as well. And all those other a la carte options also. We've got a VIP funding package. Now, this one, you get a VIP special thank you. You get that autographed Blu-ray, autographed picture of Chris Stanley, autographed official poster, the enamel pin, the t-shirt, the digital copy of the film, promotional images, digital script, digital soundtrack, and the thank you in the credits. That is an awesome deal right there for $100 US. Pretty great package there. And then of course we got our producer packages here. So it looks like this one has already sold one. So there's 19 left out of 20. So this is the Alfred Pennyworth associate producer funding package. So you get that associate producer credit. You get to appear on a missing post film. That's pretty awesome. You get the early access premiere. You also get the autographed Blu-ray, the autographed poster, autographed picture of Chris Stanley, official t-shirt, enamel pin, digital copy of the film, digital soundtrack, digital promotional images, digital script, and an extra thank you in the credits, because why not thank you twice for being such a great supporter? And then, of course, you can jump up to the next rung with the James Gordon co-producer funding package, which comes with that co-producer credit. You get a screen-used prop. How awesome is that? Something you can put up on your mantle or in your man cave or even your bat cave. If you're that big of a Batman fan that you have your own bat cave, I've seen them. They do exist. You also get that early access premiere, the autographed Blu-ray, the autographed official poster, autographed picture of Chris Stanley, t-shirt, enamel pin, digital copy of the film, digital soundtrack, promotional images, digital script, thank you, all that great stuff. Still, we got 12 left of 12, so plenty of those to go. Absolutely. And then moving on from there, we've got, boom, the Selena Kyle producer package. This one has, wow, 2 backers. 2 folks have already purchased this perk. That is awesome to see. We have 6 left of 8. Folks, don't let the opportunity fly by here. You'll, you know, one thing I learned from, contributing a little bit to some fan films early on and then deciding to bite that bullet when it came time for It's Me, Billy Chapter 2 is it felt so good to, just take that next step and be like, I'm not just going to be, somebody that enjoys this stuff or just buys a Blu-ray. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I really believe in what these people are doing, and I'm going to purchase this perk and be a bigger part of this. Be a person that can really lend a hand as far as, financially supporting the film. So yeah, for this one here, there's just 6 left. You get that producer credit. You get a screen used prop. You get an early access premiere, autographed Blu-ray, autographed poster, autographed picture of Chris Stanley, the t-shirt, the enamel pin, the digital copy of the film, digital soundtrack, digital images, digital script. If you guys are playing a drinking game where you drink every time I say digital, whew. And then of course the end credits, thank you as well. And then an executive producer funding package, the Bruce Wayne package here, where you become part of the 1% in Gotham's high-class society with Bruce Wayne by getting your name as executive producer in the title credits. So you get that executive producer credit along with the screen use, the early access premiere, the autographed Blu-ray poster, picture of Chris, official t-shirt, enamel pin, and then all the digital perks as well, the copy of the film, the soundtrack, the promotional images, the script, and another thank you in the credits. Why the heck not? And then we've got another executive producer package here. This one comes with the screen used Batman cowl. So we've only got 2 of these, and they are a pretty penny. So no pressure or anything. But how cool would it be to have a screen used Batman cowl? Just look at that thing. And then on top of that, you get the executive producer credit, and you get all of the perks in the other producer packages with the online early access premiere, autographed Blu-ray poster, picture, shirt, enamel pin, and all the digital perks as well. That is awesome. So that wraps up our perks that we've got as of now. And what's going to be really fun on this campaign as we go here is, mention those, breadcrumbs that we're going to have as we go along. So we're going to be releasing, little teaser photos of, I would imagine, some of the costumes, stuff like that. And I was able to lend my voice to the film as a little bit of like to give little bullet points about what's going on and what's been going on in Gotham before and during the making or the time the film takes place, that time frame. So we're going to probably be, I would imagine a few of those will drop here during the campaign. Maybe every single one. We'll just see how it all goes. And of course, I'll be hopping on live to do these streams. I plan on hopping on with Daniello and Sarah. I also plan on doing at least, a stream with Vin. And I'd like to get, we're planning on having Chris on here with me as well, just so you guys can see the face of the film, your Bruce Wayne, your Batman, and, he can answer some questions. We can talk a little bit about what we love about the character of Batman, why we're excited about pursuing Gotham Noir, but no spoilers. All right, no spoilers. So yeah, guys, let's see if you all have any. My mic is curing on your microphone. Am I blowing out the microphone or something? Is that what's happening, Gene? Just wanted to make sure I'm not like too loud for you guys. I can always turn it down. There, I just brought it down just a touch because I don't want to be blowing your ears out. But yeah, guys, let me know if you have any questions, if there's one of the perks that you guys want to go over again. And, tell me what you are, most interested in here. Oh, the microphone is glitchy. Oh, no. I wonder if that was just that I was too hot on the mic there. So I turned it down a little bit, guys. So hopefully everything, is sounding better now. And let me know if you need anything repeated there as far as, what we covered here on the website and the perks. Yeah, I'm going to hop on over to the chat and see what you guys are saying. So let's go take a look here. Tyler says, name my son after a Bruce Willis character. All right, there it is. Not Bruce Wayne, but Bruce Willis. Close. A Bruce W. Yeah. Steal of a deal. Yeah, I think the perks are the pricing is really, really fair on these perks. There's something for everyone, right? It's like, and we would never ask that somebody stretches themselves beyond their means or anything like that. So I think there's, a little something for everyone, whether or not things are tight right now for you or not. It's there should be something in here that would be a fantastic perk for you to pick up. All right, Tyler, name my daughter after a cartoon. That's hilarious. Oh yeah, Gene is saying I'm cutting in and out. Okay. Well, hopefully everything's kind of cleared up with that, guys. Just let me know what's happening, Nick. Great to see you. Great to see you, sir. I was watching your Friday the 13th Crystal Lake news video right before hopping on here. Oh my gosh, what a mess with the Friday the 13th franchise. What is going on over there? Ryan says, I'm obsessed with 89 Batman. My family took me to see it, and it's still my favorite Batman movie. I'm right there with you, Ryan. I saw that as a little kid. It was a beautiful day, which stands out to me because, Juneau is a really rainy place, but it was a beautiful Southeast Alaskan day. I ate a Charleston Chew, a vanilla Charleston Chew, and a pack of, or a tube of sweet tarts. So those were my two go-tos at the movie theater. From there on out, had a hell of a time watching Batman back then. Yeah, and Tyler says Keaton is the GOAT. Absolutely, absolutely. Trisha says amen. Ryan says absolutely, which I guess I stole that from Ryan. And it sounds like my microphone is still cutting in and out. Let's see here, guys, because it sounds okay to me. So I wonder if it's an issue with the stream or an issue with the internet. Just let me know if it clears up at all. Because I've got it going through my headphones and I'm not hearing any sort of glitchiness. So just let me know. If I have to switch over from XSplit and just go straight into StreamYard, then so be it. But yeah, guys, let me know what perks you're interested in most. Also, how about what is I know a couple people have already spoken up with 89 Batman being their favorite Batman film, but let me know in the chat, or if you're watching this after the fact, let me know in the comment section below what your favorite Batman film is, who your favorite actor is that portrays Batman, and yeah, your favorite villain from the Rogues Gallery. I'm interested to know. Yeah, hopefully everything is cleared up here, guys, with the microphone and everything. But yeah, that is pretty much going to cover everything that I wanted to talk about here today on the very first day of the Kickstarter launch. So, really appreciate you guys coming out. I'll hang out for another handful of minutes if you guys have any questions you want to throw my way, or if you want to let me know that the microphone's still glitching. Jamie says Christian Bale is her favorite Batman, and The Dark Knight is her favorite Batman film. That's great. Oh, and it's too bad. That's too bad. Yeah, on playback, I'll be able to hear what's going on. Well, that's too bad, Trisha, because I was hoping that I'd be able to post this as a video, after the fact, just to cut out some things here to be able to post for the campaign. But don't worry, we will be hopping on live many more times to talk about the campaign as everything unfolds here. Oh my goodness, that's too bad. Yeah, that's very strange, Jamie. Well, you guys are troopers for sticking with me. Absolutely. So yeah, what I'll do is I've got the link in the description below, so you guys can go on over to the Kickstarter and, you can check out the perks on your own time, dig in a little bit deeper, find something that fits you, that's right for you. And yeah, other than that, we'll be probably mentioning this every time I'm on the channel. We'll be talking a little bit about it. So you'll always be able to find that link in the description of any of my live streams for here on out. And yeah, guys, you are all amazing. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know this is a relatively short video. For me, I usually talk for hours and hours, but just wanted to get in here really quick, show off these perks for you, and just show off the excitement that we all have for Gotham Noir. I'm really looking forward to this campaign and, putting together this production for you guys and showing you guys a Batman like we've never seen before. So yeah, let me know. I'll hang out for another few minutes if you guys have any more questions here. Let's see here. Trisha says it's an ongoing debate in our house. Just about who's the best Batman. Yeah, it's one of those things that's really fun to have that conversation about. It's kind of like, who's your favorite Bond? Is it, most people would say Sean Connery because he's like the original, but then you got the folks that really love Pierce Brosnan or Daniel Craig. I really like Timothy Dalton as James Bond, so maybe I'm in the hyper minority there. But yeah, guys, really fun to have that conversation. So click that link, check out the Kickstarter. Please like this post and share it with folks that you know are either big Batman fans, big fans of horror, or maybe somebody that loves both. This is going to be a movie that we want people to be watching forever and going back to and seeing and saying, that's what the studio should do. They should take chances and do stuff like Gotham Noir. So really appreciate you guys coming out. Love you guys so much. The support that you bring to the channel is amazing. We're just a few subscribers away from 700, so I'm really pumped about that. And we have a whole bunch of really fun stuff planned out for the rest of June here, and then going into July. Of course, we'll be talking Gotham Noir the whole entire time. So, guys, have a great rest of your night. I hope everything is going well for you thus far this week. And please feel free to hit me up if you have any suggestions, something that you want to see here on the channel. Don't be shy. Reach out. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Tell me how pumped you are for Gotham Noir. Are you as excited as we are to get this going? Really want to hear that from you guys. And until next time, I've been and will continue being Davey Deathray. Take care.